If you've been on the internet, you've probably seen the debate circling around about who would win between 100 men or one gorilla. Some people say 100 men would win, some people say one gorilla would win because that is usually how debates work. The reason people think the gorilla would win is pretty straightforward. It's really strong and fast and scared of birds. But would the gorilla actually win? Well, no, probably not, but it does depend on a few variables. First off, what I think is important to consider is who the 100 people even are. If we're assuming that they're like the 100 strongest, smartest people in the whole world, then yeah, they'll probably win. I mean, we're literally picking the best people in the world. Now, if it's just 100 random people, that's where things get more interesting. It's pretty much impossible to consider their strengths and weaknesses. I mean, I literally just made them up right now. They could be really strong or weak. We don't know, and that definitely makes it a more interesting fight than if it was just like the 100 strongest and smartest people. Then it's kind of unfair. Let's just be fair and say that 60 of them are average, everyday people, 20 of them are pretty strong, and then 20 of them are like some of the weakest people in the world, right? The fight would definitely get more interesting, but here's the thing, I actually still think the 100 people would win, because here's what you have to consider. The people have something the gorilla doesn't, and that is teamwork. If we get 100 people together and they have to face a gorilla, right? They'll probably make up some sort of plan to, beat it. And humans used to actually do this all the time. Back in like the 1800s, before we had a civilized society, all of us had to hunt for our own food. And obviously we had to like kill things like lions and shit. And we would come up with plans to kill it. We would use teamwork against it. And this is what we would do if we went up against a gorilla. It's like still in our DNA. And there's 100 of us? I mean, come on, it's not even a competition. Here's what would happen, and I'm telling you, this is a deathless run. No one would even die, alright? So we would have the 60 average people, right? 20 are weak and then 20 are pretty strong. Here's what we do. We'd send 30 of the average people as bait, and they'd run around and shit. But here's the thing, the gorilla is fast in a short burst, which actually we would use to lure them from a distance, and the gorilla would chase the people, right? But what would happen is they would bring them to like a spot where it would be ambushed by the 20 strongest people with spears. That's right, we do have weapons. Some of you might be saying like, oh, that's cheating, but it actually isn't, because spears are something like you can just find out in the wild. Anyway, we would use these spears and stab the gorilla, and it would die, and that's what would happen. Using teamwork and quick thinking, the people have easily won against the gorilla, and in fact, set out 10 more and we would win as well. Now you might be wondering what the other 50 people are doing in this scenario. What this demonstrates is that the humans, the ability to work together actually leads to better results for all of mankind, which is why the Sith always lose, because unlike the Jedi, they don't work together. But I hear you guys, right? This scenario was kind of made up. Maybe it's unrealistic that 30 people would be able to lure a gorilla to people with spears that would kill them. Maybe it's more realistic everyone would just attack the gorilla with only their fists. And in this situation, the humans are dead, right? Like, they're dead, like they're straight up dead. Well, actually, you are wrong. And don't take my word for it, I actually have proof. Look at this TikTok, which is, as always, linked in the description. So you see here the gorilla, which is represented by the Iron Golem, is overwhelmed by the 100 people represented by the Minecraft zombies, and we actually see the Iron Golem is easily defeated. And here's what's interesting about this, an Iron Golem is actually stronger than a gorilla because it's made out of iron. And iron is metal, which is harder to hit unless you punch metal for fun, right? And what's even more fascinating is that zombies are actually weaker than a normal human. So what this shows us, right, is that if we just get 100 people together and they don't form a plan or anything, just, straight up attack the gorilla with the fist, they would easily overpower it and kill it. And only maybe like 3 of them would die. Not only that, but according to this TikTok slideshow that I saw, gorillas can't actually punch and don't use their body for fighting like we do. And this isn't even considering if the humans have weapons, like a shotgun, for example. In that situation, the humans would not only kill the gorilla easily, but probably accidentally kill some of themselves as well. Once again, proving that's not competition. 100 people win not only against a gorilla, but probably an alien as well. But again, hey, don't take my word for it, because we have an expert's opinion on this, and here's what they have to say.
I talk about gorillas all day long, so I love that other people are talking about them as well. I don't think there's a definitive answer, but I have to say that I would be on the side of the humans in this case. Gorillas come to this with, a ton of power, all that upper body strength. You can see them here kind of just smashing people right and left. They've got incredible jaw strength. But I think the sheer number of humans that they would be up against, and the fact that humans could hopefully coordinate their behavior, tag team, take a little bit of a rest, while the gorilla would just be going full steam the whole time, would really put the advantage in for the humans.
And there you go. Definitive proof that humans would fucking demolish a gorilla in a straight up fist fight. I spelled straight wrong in the script. But here's the thing, we shouldn't actually kill gorillas because they are an endangered species. So what this trend is really good for is bringing attention to gorillas, and hopefully one day we can save gorillas from being endangered, because that's no good, right? So it's kind of sad they're endangered. Like, imagine if humans were an endangered species, then everyone would be like, no, don't fight like humans. But we're kind of doing it to gorillas, and like gorillas are like good people, dude. So like, come on, we gotta save them. But you know what, guys? I just want to know what you think would happen. Like, if 100 people in a gorilla fought, who would win? I think I've made clear that I think that the humans would definitely fucking win, but maybe you disagree, and we can argue about it, which would give me more engagement on this video. While you're down there in the comments, make sure to subscribe for more videos about, well, basically, but mostly random shit on the internet.